Hey guys, let's go over your project. But before I do your project, I'm going to talk about your grade. Why would you want to or not to? I'm going to actually give the project as a option. So let's take a look at this student here. I took a real student. You don't know who they are. They have an A plus, 98%, and this is the current grading scale: 20%, 15, 10%, 10% homework. 10%, 10%. And these are the students' actual averages. Now, these light red ones, I made a prediction. They got an 80% on the final and a 95% on the project. And if you tally up their grade, they still get a 95% in the class. Finals are usually difficult because it's a cumulative multiple choice. Okay? So pretty much they stay their grade. Now, in the new, I have now changed your categories. So instead of chapter test being 20%, they are now 15%. And your project, instead of being 10%, is now worth 15%. Now, as I said, you're giving the option to complete the final. So again, I assume that this student got 8% on the final, and if you divide their grade, they finish with a 95%, which is pretty much the same. So again, I'm giving it the option. Does not do the project. Now, if this A plus student does do the project, why would you want to do the project and you get the same grade? I'm assuming they get a 95% on the project. Well, you might want to put this into your capstone portfolio. I think you recognize that it's just good to complete projects. I think the excellent student who's moving on towards greater profession, you might want to have those types of projects in hand that you're always being challenged. All right, I took another student, a C student. I assumed that they got a 70% on the final and a 95% on the project, and they finished with a 78%. But with the new grading scale, with again the changed chapter tests and the projects, and they choose not to do the project, they're pretty much getting the same thing. Okay. Now, if they do the project, they get a 95% on the project. They're going to finish with a 79.7%. So an increase of 2%, again, assuming that they get a 7% on the final, which is actually pretty good. All right, I took another student who has an F at 26.3%. I assume they get half the questions right on the final, 95% on the project. They finish with a 35%. Okay, so that's a 9% increase, again, assuming it's not just the project, but the final. But now with a new grading scale, the chapter tests are worth less and the project is worth more. And let's just say they choose not to do the project. I'm not penalizing them for it. And they finish the class with a 29%, a 3% increase. So you can see the value of actually just doing the project. Well, take a look at this one. In the new grading scale with less on tests, more on projects, if they get a 95% on the project, their grade goes to a 39, okay? So a 13% increase. And of course, this student probably would just pass the class if they would just do their Khan Academy. So let's go over the project. Oh, there's my family, Seldom. Let me zoom in for us. All right. Mr. Ing's Performance Task Assessment First Semester Video Project. Students will incorporate their knowledge of math, vocabulary, and technology to show mastery of content through a video. The projects are due December 14th, 2020, Monday at 8 a.m. The website stamps projects automatically, which means they must be turned in before then or be deducted 10 points per every 24 hours. Okay, step number 1, students will pick a theme of their interest, which is school appropriate. That should be shown throughout the video. This will keep the video interesting and let me know what you enjoy doing. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Find a computer camera and test the quality, sound, and volume. A lot of times students are using their phones. I would recommend using their headphones. Step number 2, evidence and knowledge of math content. Students will pick 4 math terms. Students will complete these for each term. Define it. What does this term mean? Identify it. Where is the term in this theme? And 3, explain it. Why is this term significant to your term in your theme? Students will show evidence of their math knowledge by, number 1, annotations. Draw on the diagram or the picture. Number 2, verbal. Use words to answer these 3 above, which is define it so you're actually like speaking. Students may not use Google Images. Students must use their own video, pictures, and voice. Pictures and videos may be current or from the past. Step 3, math accuracy. Students will demonstrate mastery of first semester math vocab words terms correctly and accurately. You're going to be editing, and the video should be no longer than 5 minutes. You'll also be turning in a capstone reflection. Details. On your video, you should have like a title, a date, period, school, and teacher name. If you choose to use YouTube, you can tag it 2021, Mr. Mathing. And you can even type that into YouTube and just see how many student projects come up, besides just my videos. Do not include your names in the video. Make them up. Captain America, Wonder Woman. So you're basically turning in 2 links. You're turning in a video link and a capstone link. And I think I'm going to put these, I'm going to have them turned in. I'll put a Google form inside Schoology. And you're also going to create a math commercial. Okay? This will be hopefully a little more fun. In the math commercial, create a fun math commercial that is less than 20 seconds long on 1, not 10, 1 of the 10 math commandments. And if you click on this, it'll bring you to the 10 math commandments, okay? And you will get extra credit if you tell, if you say I love math with others. Okay, the backside's my scoring rubric, and you can read through that. So I want to hear it. These here are the multipliers, and this tells you how important it is. So if the higher the multiplier, times 8, then it's really important. So the capstone is actually the most important thing in all of your PTA. The theme is not as important, but I should see the theme throughout, and I'll show you guys examples. Knowledge and math evidence, right? Can you not just define it, not just tell me where it is, but tell me why it's important? That's going to be the most difficult one. Recording. Again, you can use YouTube or turn in your link through Google Drive. Don't forget to include these details. I'm going to erase this part. Okay, math commercial and then the extra credit. I'll add it up, and then if you're not late, it's 0, and then it's your total. And I'll give you some feedback of what I thought was good and how you can improve. Page 3 is just a worksheet. This is just to help you move along in the project. You write your theme here. Pick a vocab word. So for integrated math 3, maybe yours is the maximum. So you write the word maximum and then find a definition on the internet. And then taking your picture, you're going to find it. Maybe you're at Knott's Berry Farm and you're at the very top right where the drop is, and you play a video, and then there you are, you and your friends are screaming. And why is that important? Because, you know, you're having lots of fun when you're going down on a roller coaster at the maximum. Okay, so you're going to do that for 4 vocab words. And then the last page here, I have some student examples. Okay, this is the video. You can just click on that. And it brings you to a YouTube video. So this is why I would encourage you to go YouTube, because then you can see other examples and others can see yours. I have skateboarding. I tell you some good things about the project and how they can improve. And you can even see the post date, how these might have been, 1, 3, 5, 10 years ago. Okay, here's another one. Disneyland, good, and how they can improve. James Bond video game. Again, they're good and how they can improve. This was back in 2012, so I didn't require them to do videos, but back then, which is what, 8 years ago. But another example, I think that's a Prezi. And same thing, student example, Bonham Park Mall, good and bad, okay? In light of this project here, you can use Adobe Spark, you can use whatever's available to you, WeVideo, you can record, cast the screen, like Screen-O-Matic is one I use, it's really old. Camtasia, I think as a student you guys have the ability to record, okay? So that is your project.